Okay, so y'all know I took like a 7 day fast from the internet, not the internet, from Instagram and YouTube, and that's the two things I be on. And I took a 7 day fast from that. While I took that 7 day fast, I was learning Swahili. I'm still trying to learn Swahili, but I've been kind of slacking a little bit, but I'm still on the process. I'm gonna do it today. But what I was doing more so, not just learning languages, I was literally doing working in the dark. Like for me, for working in the dark is probably different for others. Some people, this time I lit a candle, but for most of the time, I was taking my baths in the dark, like complete dark. I was using pink Himalayan sea salt or peppermint sea salt, just regular peppermint sea salt, like a foot soaked sea salt, and working in the dark. I was not playing fairy music at the time because I was off of Instagram. So I was playing, I could play Pandora, but most of the time I was just in complete darkness, complete silence, and communing with myself and trying to bring out the fairies. The fairies like darkness and they like cleanliness. And but they're very, I didn't know that, well, I knew some of them are mischievous, but I really didn't think, I didn't care if I brought out the mischievous ones or the ones that weren't mischievous, because to me, they're all magical. So when I finally did bring out the fairies, it took a while because they don't just come out. They're not going to just come out. I didn't see them, but they are around because they'll do some mischievous shit. So the Sunday that I took the 24 hour, I took another 24-hour fast from just Instagram and I think YouTube. I took a 24-hour fast from everything. I didn't fucking touch TV, didn't have YouTube, Instagram, nothing. I had no electronics. That was Saturday into Sunday. And Sunday, I kind of did my spiritual work as working on my chakras all morning. So I didn't really get back on Instagram early. I got back on Instagram late Sunday. And I was doing my spiritual work. And it's going to take a while to Static Shock 66.6. It's going to take a while to do with that theory you want me to do, because you have to constantly do chakras and aligning them and working on them to even to tap into that. But I did tap into it a little bit because I worked on my chakras majority of Sunday morning, and I did a lot of dancing, a lot of movement, a lot of releasing. Everything was open. Everything was open, even my heart chakra. So I had all my little crystals around me, each representing a different chakra. And I had to work on my heart chakra and my crown chakra and my sacral chakra. I had to work on all my fucking chakras, y'all. But particularly my heart and my whatever, that crown or whatever. The crown chakra and the soul chakra. I was working on all of them. So I had a glow about me Sunday. And I knew the fairies had come to me. I knew the fairies. So after I did that, like, all my crystals were there except one crystal. It was the rose quartz. I thought my niece picked up the crystal. My niece didn't touch the crystal. I know the fairies move my crystals, and they made me burn my hands. Like literally, it made me burn my fucking hands. So then I wasn't really scared. Like I'm not really scared. If I see a fairy, I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be scared of them. I mean, I could be because they can be mischievous and they can be very mischievous. So, but if I seen a fairy in person, I don't think I would be petrified. So the fairies are also connected to dragons. And I was like, I wasn't trying to bring out no dragon. I had my dragon altar up, like sitting on the altar. I've been having that dragon altar since I was in Michigan. After I got arrested, I made a dragon altar. I already had my dragon pieces, but I fucking made a dragon altar. And then when I got home, after I cleaned up the room, I made my dragon altar again. So, but I wasn't trying to bring them out to see them. I always see them in dreams, but I was not trying to bring them out to see them in this reality. So I think me doing that chakra work and me just, playing in the dark for days on days on days of straight playing in the dark. I even used a mask. I never used a mask on my nose or my mouth. I just used a mask. My brother gave me a mask. And my mom gave me a mask. I used it to cover my eyes in the daytime so I could be in complete darkness. So I was doing a lot of dark work. Or I don't want to call it black magic. Dark magical work. or some people call it black magic. So Monday night into Tuesday morning, y'all, I was like literally in the front room, and I was like fell asleep in the front room. When I left to go into my room, and I was laying down on my back, and I never lay down on my back, but had a lot going on running through my mind, but I can't remember exactly what I was thinking about. So I was laying down. I don't even know why I was doing this, but I had this pose on my fucking womb, or groin, womb area. I dozed off. As soon as I dozed off, it was 3-something in the morning. When I looked over, it was 3:03. So I don't know exactly what time I dozed off, but it was after 3:03. So I dozed off. Didn't even realize I dozed off. As soon as I dozed off, I went into like a state of being not like fully asleep. And I heard like, I was outside in my neighborhood, and I was walking on the inside of my neighborhood, and I heard running behind me, and I was like, as long as they don't touch me, as long as they don't try to take me, I'm good. So, and I heard some like a van squeal off, and I knew it was a van because vans have a certain sound. I heard a van like speed off. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, as long as they don't steal me, as long as they don't steal me. So then somebody ran past me. I thought it was my sister, but it wasn't. It was a thicker lady in the vision. As soon as the lady ran past me, I was up, y'all. I was not asleep. My eyes were closed, but I felt myself up. Like I was in the in-between. And my eyes were closed or whatever, and I started hearing screaming on both sides of my ears. Now, mind you, I've been taking pink Himalayan salt baths, and that's the quickest way to hear all kind of shit. So I heard screaming in both my ears, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, my frequency has already been high on hearing things since I had vertigo in 2019. It made my hearing frequency go up. So I was hearing all the screaming. I said I got to tune the screaming out so I could hear what they saying. So one lady was like, I still heard her running and the screaming. My eyes were closed, but I was up. And the lady was like, come on, Becky. So I said, oh, that's a white bitch. Oh, that's a white woman. Okay, that's a white woman screaming. And I tuned her out, so I wanted to hear somebody else. So then it was an Asian man. He was screaming. He was screaming in another language. I don't know what language he was speaking, but I didn't know what he was saying, but he was screaming. So when he started screaming, I was like, okay. I didn't tune him out. Something told me to open my eyes. So I was up now. I was up, and I didn't know I couldn't move at first. So as soon as I'm up, I'm laying on my like right side of the room close to my door. There's my window on the left side, and above my window, it's a wall. It's a wall, 4 walls. On my left wall window, by my window, above the window, I see something moving up and down. It's dark fucking black, and it's moving up and down like a snake. And when I kind of focus to see what the fuck it is, guess what it is? A motherfucking dragon. And y'all know I love dragons, but when you first see one, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, I wanna hug you. You're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I can't fucking breathe. So I started breathing out hard, like literally breathing hard in the motherfucker. And I was like, I could not really breathe. I was like, oh my goodness, this is really fucking real. And then his eyes was glowing. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm like in my head talking, and I'm breathing real hard. I'm like, I hope my mom can hear me. So I'm breathing real hard. I'm watching it. I cannot fucking move because I'm trying to now mind you, I'm still hearing the screaming, and I'm trying to move to the left to get my phone so I could at least try to take a motherfucking picture. I could not move. So I said, maybe I need to calm down, because if I don't calm down, I'm not going to be able to move. The screaming stopped. I was still breathing loud. Like, still breathing hard. Not loud, but breathing hard. And I was like, okay, I'm not calm. I swear this thing kept on going till it got to the corner of my room, and it kind of balled up. It got smaller as I calmed down. As I calmed down, it got smaller and smaller, and it turned into a ball, and it sit like in the top of the top corner of my room on the left-hand side. And I just looked at it. I looked at it for about, I promise y'all, I was looking at it, probably looking at me. But I was looking at it for a minute or two. It was more than 2 minutes. And I was just watching it like, okay, it's sitting in my corner of my room. I still can't move. When I finally was able to move, it was gone. I was like, this is some bullshit. And I was like, nobody is going to fucking believe me, but I don't give a fuck. This is what happened to me. And then my friend was like, maybe you were lucid dreaming. I know when I'm fucking lucid dreaming. And I know when I'm fucking awake. And I was a fucking awake. I don't want to say awake. My eyes were open, and I was able to try to fight and move. I could see everything. And I'm like, oh my goodness, so my dragon is here. But the crazy thing was, before I even seen the dragon, something said, how you gonna try to see dragons and you scared of lizards. That was before I even laid down that night in the bed. How you scared of lizards but want to see a fucking dragon? And I was like, just let me see my dragon. In my head, I was like, I want to see my dragon. So I finally seen him and I was fucking scared. So he probably not going to even come for a while because I'm a motherfucking scary ass motherfucker. And he going to be like, this bitch ain't really ready. So, but I feel like my energy is getting back up to where he's going to come back again. I just got to be prepared and I can't be fearful. And he's blacker than a motherfucker, y'all. He was so black, he made the room look lighter. Like, the room was dark, but I could still see his blackness in the dark with his eyes glowing. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm going to upload this. I know it's fucking long. I know y'all probably gonna think this bitch is psycho crazy. I don't give a fuck. But that was my experience on Monday night into Tuesday morning, basically Tuesday morning. So just letting y'all know. And I can remember this for the rest of my life. This is gonna be, I'm gonna tell this to my great grandkids, because that's how scared the fuck I was.